people of Bekwai. Ekwatena dwam na omo eje 2022 budget no etumu. Na eno no Justice Abdullahi ede ekọ court say there be ekwan a omo fa so a omo di budget no etumu no amfa ekwan papa so ene de kaka honti no. Supreme Court interpreted Article 102-104 of the Constitution. Any matters arising. I don't pay enter a betu abwase na ya rure mu kakra really na aba enra and a betu dra and run a really nankasa ba we have copy here and pay a betu abwase na ya ni mo wura na hia sa ya nya lawyer foi e betim ya wura mu akwakodo no ya ni mo ebe wura mu afei de MPP omo polling station elections entimi nkoso wa bra ya nte twuma mentwe ene emze huru ni kra de aye normal e wo miam ya hodo across the country. Kede Achimabuakwa North, Menshia North, Santimampong, Konongo, and Ejoso and other places bebre. Akuoko and bebre. Evans Makuya, Director of Elections, Edema MPP Amnuko, they are to just say what concern, what grievances biano. I will say Ode Eton Krataso, na offer party kwaya. MPP for their to hose bibi ha wa obetimi afaso na ode edi nsem no eno na ose ofaso John Bodo ene central for kasai na no na ose wa abekwa ya ma form ni bi no party no ebe opportunity wa region and national na wanya bi na ya hodo a mo se ya nto aba we ya pagya ne nsa ya ye choboyi ye choboyi ye nti o mo nkore no so John said da bi ometu adamo na o ma ehwiremu na the also party no ekafa ho no o maka e de afa ho se omo ya no wetre sam na omo ntumi anka ho bibia etoda affect omo party no chances e wo constituency no evizobi MPP ni mapa na e wo so okoto aba na bia MP no ho ye nahi nti onkoto a onkoto mpo no atobia mamampani nti odi abufo no nam ho ane frɛ no voting apathy nti e de saa na omo ebeto ato na party no opposition nti no MPP national executives ene party mpanifo no so omo fa semi serious na ninsunsanso no say na isitie amampani na nado dan Akuoko Kwarteng akasa e de afa Supreme Court ruling no a ena no eba e no ho na amampani aka ne pɛn sɛ ɔno mampani kura a ɔwɔ hɔ no a ɔte akonnwa so no ɔnso nse Ghana mra constitution no na ɛma ne kwan ma obesu aye be mampani na sobojafo hɔ yi no constitution na de mra sobojafo nyina akɔtena ba bi ɔmote of course senka constituencies ye ka yobi hɔ ekrati ni ɔno nso sabi onimade kura to de bi eche wo MP no ebi a ɔno kura ne court wefe ebi a ne shi wefe ebi a ɔno kura no niam a onim ne niam obetimi aye no onya opportunity anka bi anka obɛyɛ aboro wo de MP no wo ye ne so but mra ne ye de adwuma the electoral commission be a nomination no one na fa ne de anko ona o party de odin koye ya to ama wakogina mra se badwam nti mra no de wakotra mra se badwam no omampani se yemmu mra no ebizanya kwanti na ese constitution no ye supreme Ethiopia na obetimi akọ ye portals no so your story said Deborah Munyina no call Kessben.online.com obenya details no bi e ho na mo no ne mo Canada Belgium ne ba bi a mo hwe bia no obetimi akọ Facebook Kessben TV Facebook Kessben TV na onso a share ama onua nso anya bi ahwe anopa we have a lot of issues eni munyina na ebesi nkonwa na yadwentwe ho na yache na yagye munyina nso madwenkyere wo ye Facebook wo ho okọ Facebook a Kessben TV nti no obetimi de comment aba na wa share nso abonua enso atie bi na Kessben TV nyame adrom ni decoder so nko na mom television no and TV abanyina satellite ne adi eno anso ba rescan na wanya Kessben television na ohwe and is a wanya Kessben TV as scan TV no rescan it obenya Kessben television na wahwe wo komase a utie Kessben 93.3 the popular Edum Aseda House ana ne Boati studio enafi na wonkra hanso a eye Aseda Twin Towers a ye wo Vodafone enche ha ya wo circle ye ben circle interchange no aha na anopai yesinkonwa ya dwendwe goman Ghana ho a ye de ensensem no nyina ebremo ye beka omampani ho na omampani nsem ode ekoto dwa enano aruli no ebae no yakwa bobi amamo atie na ansa no ye beka omampani ho na yakwa bobi amamo atie no mamenka ruli no kakra ene se ne sitie emamo na ye na ya kyerkyerem na ma lawyer for ne bae beto ebo ase na ya wuramu kakra in the Superior Court of Judicature in the Supreme Court of Ghana, Accra, Ghana, AD 2022, and quorum. no judge for etina no. We have Doche JSC presiding, Amega Chair JSC, Professor Kote JSC, Owusu MS JSC, Lovelands Johnson JSC, Honyenuga JSC, Kolondi JSC. Na number J107 2022, 9th March 2022, the plaintiff is Justice Abdullahi versus the Attorney General as defendant. Na judgment no copy. Enye na maminkai introduction no ekakra. Na this was the introduction. Also, this action invokes our original jurisdiction pursuant to Article 2(1)(b) and 131(a) of the 1992 Constitution to challenge the constitutionality or otherwise of recent going-ons in Parliament. One of the three arms of government, and by implication, the constitutionality or otherwise of one of the Parliament's internal rules for the conduct of business. We wish to start by reminding ourselves of the dicta of an illustrious jurist as follows. Amansan Ntie. Also, where it is alleged that before the Supreme Court that any person, any organ of government or an institution is acting in violation of a provision of the Constitution, the Supreme Court is duty bound by Articles 2(1). That is Article 2(1) of the Constitution, Article 1301, to exercise jurisdiction unless the Constitution has provided a specific remedy. No individual, nor creature of the Constitution is exempted from the enforcement or provision of Article 2 thereof. No one is above the law, and no action of any individual or institution under the Constitution is immune from judicial scrutiny if the constitutionality of such an action is challenged. Na omriya nom se pe Akwa, Justice Akwa JSC, as he then was in Martin Lamisi Amidu case versus President Kufuor and the Attorney General, 2001-2002. And you call Supreme Court, Omo Yinuma, SCGR 138. Ejeho eno. Na dia woman say Osha ya constitution no edi jumano Article 2(1) and Article 1301 ho actually chemu clear say nipa bi wo memo anakuo bi wo memo ana se obi amra de tumi amom so mu di juma no se omu di juma na se metemu ase ba mra no ho ana ne omu ye no ntiase bi animu a ana omu anya omadwen se omu bete omu ho ase a Supreme Court ena mrama kwan se obetena se na ode pepepe ye na ode ye atwo ye nti se ya mamra constitution adidi juma no se du ba bi na enti ase na bibi kire ya adwen a tumi no constitution wa mu no wasa kawom se ye Supreme Court ena ebetimi akonti o ma site Martinamidu Martinamidu versus President Kufuor and the Attorney General 2001-2002 no. So this is the background. I'll say the antecedent as presented by the parties upon which the instant action is premised as follows. On the 26th of November 2021, when Parliament sat to approve the 2022 budget statement, the Minister for Finance requested Parliament to suspend the approval process of the budget to give the executive an opportunity to engage the parliamentary leadership over the introduction of the electronic transaction levy, that is e-levy, outlined in the budget. The Speaker subjected the request for suspension to a voice vote, a rule that those against the prayer had prevailed over those in favor. And the another finance minister, finance minister did budget no, na 26 November 2021 ho, and Akuoko ba say na Akuoko nya speaker etina sebabin, and a finance minister yen say obe person onim rasebedwam leadership no ebenya engagement kakra. Na omotimi aye nioma ye sebe yo mbeji budget no atom na sa eno no na budget ready ka kotom na sebe da phone ni mawie nti ekoba say na say omoye de friend voice vote na nka omma kwan say ombepere ama wonya kwan ne kokoam oni leadership for parliament na kwa akohia eno na ekofa nti wahyew eba say nipa dodo na no ko benkrom say omompene ema say hyiamu no ema so nti zan hyiamu no ama so no na ekire say finance minister enso anya kwa no woman she ontimi move budget no nti na just automatically no ya bogo And in a challenge to the ruling of the Speaker, that is the Speaker of Parliament, Abankes Fosmani Babi, majority asks that the vote be taken by division before the revoting. The majority walk out from the chamber in a protest. And Mobakaya, a monim some that dentino, a Misha Dan Sebro, Omo APA. Now, Speaker, we need the Noah, Omo so Mabogo, Omo rejected budget. 30th November 2021. And House no sorry convened that some no first deputy speaker Joe Seusu and an Tiajum and minority for so the majority for so quarter no and the first deputy speaker before putting the question to the House for decision pursuant to the motion ascertained by a head count that there were 1/2 of members of parliament present as required under Article 1041 of the Constitution. And when you know a background as Supreme Court judge for no at the Emma and when you call so I'm not yenina ye enim no na eno na yenua Justice Abdullahi a ye lawyer e de court na ne reliefs a na osiki e court ho enie ne din kan ene say 1 a declaration that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 1043 of the Constitution 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the first and the second deputy speaker's casting vote is inconsistent with Article 1043 of the Constitution 1992 of the Republic of Ghana, and to the extent of that inconsistency, same is void and of no effect. And any say first deputy speaker, any second deputy speaker, omo edu omo Akuoko Kwarteng say omo ebetwa bom rasabadwam no, any constitutional part bia 1043 hono ebo ebra and to deliver OC no. After 2, a declaration that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution and 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, a speaker or any other person presiding over Parliament cannot be said to be part of the members present for the purposes of decision taking. And it's Ojina Article 1041 so na odi akase say speaker babio and speaker bi otiadwom bi a or preside bia no on timi nsan koka say ono ansan ka MPs aba parliament wo chamber ho say amra omba be di dwuma no enti relief to no. After 3, also declaring that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution 1992 of the Republic of Ghana, the first deputy speaker presiding over the meeting of 30th November 2021 was a nullity, to the extent that the first deputy speaker counted himself as part of the members of parliament present in order to give them the required numbers for the purpose of taking a decision to approve the 2022 budget. And the constitution parliament and the constitution into a by an Article 102 1041 hono ya judge for no ensinkona na womo emma emuna ho say ono first deputy speaker no atiadwam na or preside na ono a say ekokan ne ho akoka ho say ebema require number no yetimi age 2022 budget na tom no and also nimra no ebo ebra. Really 4, a declaration that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution 1992 of the Republic of Ghana, when a person is presiding over a meeting of parliament, that person cannot count himself as part of members of parliament present in order of decision to be taken in accordance with Article 1041 of the Constitution 1992 of the Republic of Ghana. And say Osha 1041 ho aya kanoa as out your German presidia also kan wa kan ho enye ye enti enono. After 5, declaring that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the first deputy speaker or second deputy speaker when presiding over parliament has the same authority as the speaker of parliament and can therefore not be counted as members of parliament present for the purpose of taking a decision in accordance with Article 1041 of the Constitution 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And it's also a first deputy speaker and a second deputy speaker and a preside you. Onya azumi speaker kono noa e fa no so speaker nti oni ho kwan say osan kwaka say osan yamrasem dwani SI speaker nti ontimi nkwa ha nsan ma ha nti eno so Article 1041 ho Supreme Court in Church. Now 6 was a declaration that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the decision taken on the 30th November 2021 to the extent that 138 members of parliament were not present on the floor of the House is nullity. And it's Ntie budget no Speaker Joe Seusu, First Deputy Speaker Kwarteng 30th of November. Na omo ka so manjia tum a omunya 138 no court no emontungu if say okan ho kaka ho bia enye ye na relief 7 or say declaration that to the extent that a member of parliament presiding over parliamentary sitting cannot be counted as part of the members of parliament present, the member cannot be counted as part of decision taken in Parliament, and as a result, the decision made to approve the 2022 budget on the 30th of November 2021 amount to nullity and as of no effect. And the Akuoko Kwarteng say otrase ono asa kan ho na yakeka bo mu say yaje budget na tum no enye ye enti court no enkeka na yemambom da emontungo. Ni resolution na 8 the last one. Any other or further orders or direction to this honorable court may consider appropriate to give effect or enable effect to be given to any orders or declarations that may be made by this honorable court. And the way I relieve sir Justice Abdullahi at the court na mako and watch no na issue of determination and so any. Also, 1. A joint memorandum of issues filed by the parties and adopted by this court for determination as follows: whether or not, upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution, a Deputy Speaker of Parliament or any other member of Parliament presiding over Parliament in the absence of the Speaker cannot be counted as part of the members present before a decision is made. And he almost do media na almost a transfer Zeni Article 102, 104 nakano. Ombetimi aka akosi se speaker ni hono obi oba betre dwambiano. Ye kan naka ho a ebeye ana ye to aba obetimi atobe. 2. Whether or not upon a true and proper interpretation of the Articles 102 and 1041 of the Constitution, a Deputy Speaker or any other member of Parliament presiding over Parliament in the absence of the Speaker can vote or take part in making of decision. And 3. Whether or not the decision taken on 30th of November 2021 by Parliament of Ghana to approve the 2022 budget was a nullity as 138 members, excluding the person presiding, were not present in Parliament before the decision was made. And anyama na ajaji form penifono eda omanim ena yabobo so no ntino ene se na enipa 138 ni ho na omukọ transese omaji budget na tum no enti omomongo na emoncheche mo ne de lawyer for na transe dada nti encheme kom ho na ye ne omo awuram na ya hwe discussion ase but omo ya lawyer for lawyer penifo no ye fra bibi common sense ya nya lawyer for a ye wachire no ya na ye the common sense so ka asem na mi bisa question bi na no ewo na speaker tie dwam ewo ha ewo ma cheso na mi bisa question bi anope assuming without admitting say enka reliefs ya lawyer ya Akuoko court Justice Abdullahi Esiki assuming say enka Supreme Court judge for no bogui assuming say enka ya bought 2022 budget na go enti enka between January February aban no ni budget bi a also spending and aban ni budget bi a o spending na ya bisa simple question say enti apis samre na o market ya yetu amomo Speaker of Parliament, the trip or Dubai, medical checkups or call as the kind of demand for the bills are stated in the tuya. Any other expenditures are by a year, I buy you for compensation. I what you are more, any idea in our spending free budget in the mono. Assuming, sir, ya judge fono and him the way, sir, enka homo bogua. What will happen to the country? It's a big question I'm asking you. Na yembisa mo yani economies in penifo a onim de economy no so ebedi nkomo kakra se efra bi common sense MPC atu amaka speaker okwa oje ye Ghana adwumafo nyina no dazo min say ban spend what 2022 budget no ne kodu Supreme Court no and ese budget no kra no ya nyentum ndian reverse ya e den na kebesi so ato mai. I'm just asking a rhetorical question. I don't want to make on Facebook Kessben TV ko Facebook I'll be to me a share na wa ma onu so ahwe bi anopay WhatsApp number is 0550 596-929 0550 596-929 0550 596-929. Emma be da fa kwa bani answer discussion as mampeni e wo Dubai na wakasa fa ho mampeni da John Dramani Mahama so ese na shocking but ono de enhye danye ne nwanwa eno speaker Babin so adimwaye aba na the comment no ebi was say it's not only absurdity but a reckless incursing into the remit of parliament, a decision that Supreme Court adjudged for no take no. Now also another saying one cabinet boom on my Beneco Fado unfortunate and myopic comment and I prompt no say on also some cabi. Is Babin angry? And if he's angry with who? And I pay Kessben Amansan Ntie me did the Kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng from KK live in Kumasi 93.3 the popular today was a doom and Kessben 92.9 Accra and Kessben television. A lawyer from Periphona Tenase, Prof. Tenase, Tiano Pay, Yanumina na extra drink to share on Amansan TV. Na Yansha WhatsApp number no a 0550 596 929. Discussion segment and Yade Etwaso Amame. Lawyer Kaba.
Yaminia.
But over microphone here, Pamame. With the triple one up.
Okay.
The employee there.
Yes, I don't.
Lawyer Dominic Brina. And what Nasino and Professor Kwaku Mensah and so called University of Professional Studies Omoya graduate for no Omudin graduate studies Omudin Penimpa Prof Akwaba.
Thank you.
Nampomiade.
Adumarakwa.
No, I don't know about president voice any issues no boy and kakra Makin can be but yenya lawyer for general impression about the akoso any rain by na memo akaba na yɛhyɛ ho
good me chia ahwefo atiefo me general impression say when in democracy no say na tie me ntimi ho ase bi ba Supreme Court the highest court of the land interpret constitution say asem bi ba na high court na constitutional issue bi ba determination no omo refer to Supreme Court can we asa into when Supreme Court pronounce on it no. For now, no, that is I say Parliament deal with Ghana for you now. So be our only court in but you can't help it. It is bound. You are bound by it. Until I think say the democracy na yes mukina we enye two ni agyan yes say emrano said the actually ni. You'll be a friend of political question. Say Parliament in Tiasia take steps. Amend the Constitution Supreme Court didn't really about judgment about or more can but apart from that in there, to mean now them can say emotionally will be a funny identity no. Mean so no. Where's I say oh you're unlawful. Oh now I don't want to see the Parliament, the Supreme Court at the Miraba. The judgment about not was a media makan by me so then we are going to the jungle.
Okay. My uncle Amampeni, His Excellency the President of the Republic, Nana Adodan Akuoko Kwarteng. No response. Our day Emma Ebrem Wainabai. You take a crabber.
As a rule, I've made it a point since I became president, as much as possible, not to comment on constitutional issues in the country. People who are students of our constitutional law, our constitutional jurisprudence, are very much aware of the role that I played when I was a barrister in helping define some of its basic principles of interpretation. And I think that now I become president, if every time there's a constitutional matter I'm here to pronounce on it, it will give the impression that I'm setting myself up as what, some sort of rival Supreme Court. And I've been very reluctant to do that for that reason. I think the body that the Constitution has set up to be responsible for declaring the meaning of the Constitution, interpreting and enforcing it, is the Supreme Court, is the judiciary, with the Supreme Court at its apex. And as a matter of good governance, it's better that that body, which has been given this exclusive power, is the one that is heard on constitutional issues. And that's the reason why I've not been open or vocal on constitution. But I think this one, I feel strongly that I should make some comment. Firstly, the noise that was generated on this, at the time I was extremely surprised because as far as I can see it, and I think that the Supreme Court has confirmed it, the matters involved in this thing are open and shut. They're black and white. There can be no dispute about the issues that the gentleman took to the Supreme Court. It is there for anybody who wants to see. In Articles 102, Articles 104 of the Constitution makes it absolutely clear in black and white that the deputy speakers, I'm not speaking of the speaker, I mean the deputy speakers, when they're presiding, have the right to participate in the vote of the Parliament. The whole structure of the Constitution. And indeed, and I believe that was being part of the reasoning of the court, all the legislatures of the world where the presiding person is a member of the legislature, like our deputy speakers are, like the Speaker of the House of Representatives in the United States, or the President pro tem of the Senate in the United States, or the Speaker of the British Parliament. All of those have the right to speak because they are members of the Assembly. Our Speaker is expressly not a member of the Assembly. That's why he doesn't have the right to vote. In fact, he really will not even to participate in the deliberations of the House. He's a referee, making sure that the debate is conducted properly and the rules of procedure, the orders of the House are complied with. That's his role. But he ought, strictly speaking, not to be part of the proceedings of the House. That is not the case with the deputy speakers. And that matter is transparent on the face of our Constitution. Indeed, even the presiding members of our district assemblies, they have the right to vote. Look at the district assembly law, because they are members of the assembly. And once you are a member of the assembly, you're representing certain constituencies. If you are denied the right to vote, it will mean it is tantamount to denying the right of the people you represent to have a say in the decision of the assembly. That would not be right. So I couldn't understand what all of this furore and controversy that was artificially generated.
Okay, His Excellency the President and Yatin Nka from Dubai on the ruling and Mampeni Ekasai. Now, lawyer Michelle say hobby na ocean ruling na by Supreme Court judge for no cite a lot of cases. A be MPP versus Attorney General 1993, 94, JLR 35, 31st December case. Almost cited Matilami Siamidu versus President Kufuor and Attorney General 2001-2002, SCGLR 138. Almost cited Ghana Bar Association versus Attorney General 1995 to 1996. And also almost interpreted here. And you can go on and go on and go on. When you're ruling Libya, Obehutu 4 versus Attorney General 1980. Almost my instances in Libya, Afei Konyesh versus Acha 1993 to 94. A lot of instances and normal interpret here omode ema and afa young ransom nemo na me sha se ohodamitio lawyer Dominic Brina
yo me ba mitio say what can be achechirem what than lawyer what dissect judgment
yeah forget lawyer
yes
lawyer to microphone be one whilst me mama prof so akwaba.
Thank you.
Okay. Lawyer microphone was setting you. Lawyer Bachafi Uncle.
Okay. Say assemble now the court no ehwe nyama bebre ansan ye de abua. Ye de ode ban nko a. Ye obi e friend president, judicial president. Ye esipen. E ba ye no, de na ye no. Ye comparative analysis. Me ahwe say is it are they on all fours or you may depart from the Supreme Court has the right. Say, I said, you
Kessben 92 points.
This is all my dream. And for say, I got a dream. If you say, yeah, and when you into and say near deco.
Okay.
And you create a man in a review, cry say bianca 7 buy so we call reviewer Justice Abdullah call reviewer be 9 and 11 always odd number 7 for no say unanimous decision mo nyina drink or bankroom
Matisa Babin the advice a man say on call review Matisa minority for no so aka so on call review ntino ye beba review ho any implications
yes
e betumi anya on the issue but
yes.
ye hwe
But 7 no cry be chance so madwene on a review
okay
nti the court na can hwe basically 2 provisions in the constitution Article 102 and 104 na odibu asem we say no say ukokota wo be kan sem bebre but court no be shift be hwem say imu pa no mienu we na ya de o say ye ka ho asem na ye de hwe ebu asem no na court no it's not restricted also to and some other by nko a omo hwe no mo analyze a omo to me go beyond and make statement and make we say judges made law judges to me make law no law na ya ye no constitution no and I say acts of parliament no and I say regulations being na emra organ ha court no so interpret here in a attempt to interpret the law no almost to me make law so nti we no was about say time bia no when the pastor do say na betia come so mo parliament quorum say speaker ni ho na the deputies na wo ho a deputy ote akonwa mu no ye kan say ye kan nka ho
okay
now be hwa na 2 parties in both sides no they didn't have a problem so much about the quorum but baby ye ntokwa voting no
okay
yes internet say na emremu so no untumi mfa bibi wa say me read we say no say na chire internet no sometimes also refer that's why I say you must read this one in conjunction or together no nya adwene the Supreme Court here no say ye emra no omo nka ho so they will look at the intendment say adwene be na ba omo hye constitution no dey na no mpese omo ye because emra say ye de be cure mischief bi BBC a say na ye be si a resolve no na mentime ho ase ba the Supreme Court is called upon to interpret and that's what they have done say ye to abama na ko parliament we a member of parliament who represent constituency bi omo na asomo asoma se kwaka omo asem na mo ko ye no akonya dibie bi say deputy speaker wo hwa ye speaker nkasa kwa speaker no onye MP on represent obi a on ye kwato aba e ma no say ye enu na ma say we a member of parliament na say ye appoint to elect as a speaker also resign with seat honorable do ajago ebisi at the time ya ni Obama na oye MP na ompa parliament so ye do koye speaker no so or resign from the MP no ti by election when the constituency then you become speaker qua speaker
okay.
That is all but Emrano say deputy speakers no must be among the members of parliament as oma ya to abama mu no ni eni obi emu mienu so omo first deputy speaker and second deputy speaker
shouldn't come from one party
na ma yenya de yenya enti de na abamu ni say electo and as appoint to us deputy speaker do you lose your right as MP when presiding at the time of presiding
okay.
in terms of quorum or voting ti honorable Joe say usu so ti ho na da honorable Babi ni ho a honorable Joe say usu or your MP and also your MP
okay
he's still an MP
okay.
So those were the things agitating mind and say Supreme Court ebam the Supreme Court we say we lose right as an MP ko bi na suma no which means at that time no be quite constituency no you take them right from them
okay
and that right is illegal okay so you can't read there Emrano say at the time members of parliament present and voting now if he does not lose his right as an MP must he lose his right to vote because at the time no or presiding that's what we're going to say no you know when you're say now your interpretation say obi to me I change over no so ko vote where sir you are disenfranchising his people e bia ye koye kwan bi o be kwai omo na soma no ye kwaji loan na ba say imentim ho asebo nti o se to aba yes o ye koye no mum no ya konya di bia bi o nti no represent e biem e bi so na no so vote no e be ma be kwai fo nya sa kwan no so will it be fair ye mra say ye de be resolve problems ye mra say ye de be create problems So Supreme Court yes, democracy there's another opportunity to go further. Only one though, we call review no say anko ye that's all. And even for now, so be anko review that is the new law that is there.
Okay.
Now me TB so anko for can say Supreme Court and as a judiciary, I try to veer into the activities of the executive.
Said by Speaker Bagbe.
That is wrong. You see?
Or say a reckless incursion into the remit of Parliament.
It is not true. There were separation of powers.
Okay.
By a side of checks and balances. And just straight separation of powers say, oh, yeah, what they say Parliament, the judiciary, another arm of government, into me. No, it is not so. The Constitution, Article 1. Okay, say, oh, yeah, almost say Parliament is a master of its own rules and procedures.
I know you Article 110 of the Constitution.
No, and here,
but Article 110 of the Constitution, no more quite say.
Right, so, yes, but you see, the regulation now must conform to the provisions of the Constitution. What I say? So, Article 1-2 say, if let me reading show. 1-2 say this Constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana, and any other law found to be inconsistent with any provision of this Constitution shall, to the extent of the inconsistency, be void. Inti say why you regulations now say any Constitution may be well to the extent of the inconsistency shall be void. And which organ of government has the power and the mandate authority to pronounce on this? Is there judiciary? So how would you say they are making incursions into the work of Parliament? It is wrong. And that cliche said they are master of their rules. You see, it must be within law.
I know you Article 110 now. I'll say 110, subject to the provision of this Constitution, Parliament may, by standing orders, regulate its own procedure.
Yes. I understand, but I'm saying, your standing orders must conform to other provisions, other sections of the Constitution.
Okay.
Because Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Your procedures in Parliament is a subsidiary thing that cannot override the provisions of the Constitution. That is where they are losing sight of.
Okay. Many lawyer Dominic Brenia, or your constitutional lawyer, lawyer Chambers, no Kamaka.
Sam Okujeto and Associates.
Sam Okujeto and Associate Chamber, and a lawyer war and an pay Euro Remono. Where preamble, I feel grand yes, you bet your boss, ruling no more. My judge Fonsono 70, and a buyer. Na say I was just a July a call for review or call review no implication no and saying Nina no pay a bill Ramukaka. I feel of course we can't take political discussion out of it. And it's Haruna Drusu a Dana Assembly now press conference say a Supreme Court to know strategy and now more plan say the best support to the passage of e-levy or Parliament and untina Abasa Utie honorable Apaka or say any the besi or Mrasabadum ho na says Supreme Court Buakra almost some Mrasabadum or Modomo in the Omba had also a Bema said Danny do Honom so Montiasia Obegura Mrasabadum ho na Wabeka say 1 penny. A lot of comments and Ekoso. How am Mrasabadum? Almost necessary Mrama menu me no say ye so. And when it comes out like say Supreme Court really na yetiesa comment we na ya Ghana for what ya na yato aba mo ebi ana woni sikampo so bo be sia kokurum koto aba ebi ana also twa kwantente be 100 kilometers efa car na wakoto aba ebi ana also nante form onamurom ebe 200 meters na wakoto aba ebi ko ana won tiapo but no say odo Ghana nti okogina wiem anansuom ekoto aba ma no yeso wakohye mra omo amra no bi na Supreme Court na Supreme Court nso enya kasa na Supreme Court say mo kan yi le nsunsuanso no ye koye nim no ene say mampani aka so se adwobre ye mfa nto form ana say ene sitie na masa ba hobby prof akwa ba bio.
Thank you.
Prof macho mamintie we.
All right, we dem matchia ahwefo nyina na me say menua brenya akasa kama say lawyer for the one kasa na say ade what chechire kama
ya ba mama na say ono so achire mo amaza article 102 no 104 hona ayen sensem no yes
na me de ya no manya lawyer for no kakra be kan say me de pa say Ghana no ye share democracy no mukena because it's very, very important. All the organs of governance in this country must work. Now, Mekaipa, Sadi Basono, studio here, some of us are here, the non-legal minds, took the constitution and also juxtaposed provisions to each other to see, and you be the year cano, Nikon, so I don't know. Let me say, lawyer Casano, or church and you won't be brave. Na enya enim say eba ne say obi kokota obi obelusu bia no de ni enje that's what I say de ya anko ya ma no a enya de ni beje of the workers bebre na ni nyine mu na ebisa say nsem esi nyina no eni ni say ni nyina ya vote ya papa Joe Wise e ko vote you I dey accept budget no na enum no na Mekaipa say na yenuanoma one more minority one more parliament it used to one of the main provisions our constitution man say papa Brenya Boso 101 I just say who preside and you made it clear say indeed so you speaker na say we MP not to be speaker cry article 97(1 I just say was so vacate who seat
Okay.
It shows clearly say a speaker must not be a member of parliament. And once you're not a member of parliament, you will not form part of those who form quorum of the parliament.
Okay.
Neither do you have a vote or a casting vote. You don't have any. So it means you relinquish your membership. And it is well understood. But once even in corporate governance, whenever there's a gap in a policy, you can do whatever you want to do. No, I read about say Tafrache one say there is this saying say in the absence of law, there's no sin.
Emre ni ho
but everybody knew.
Okay.
Nanka emre ni apa ankaranka Tafrache be do what me for no poasum.
Okay.
Obiant me chime ana chairman. Yes. Then commandments no. Na like you will not know the difference between Bonnie and Papa. Okay. Even though you say obi anche akola nyame. That means say maybe bowie ebeya ya. Naturally you have that emotional feeling say me born ebe ya. But just because there's no law regulating it mebo mostly lawyers to so adwuma no. Obehwe law do mana say baby I'm friend lacuna tokro bi da no na obusa we dey tokro da ho na we dey me bo asam so na Makabekaipa credit crunch there ba 2008 na your investigation you say accountants be one kind US law ne pa and almost identify gap or US law nim the omo yen say one fa so ewia ankrofo sika enti e court no na untimi buo mu for
because emrano mo
that's what I say enti the AC no em say I said like over here in this central Dominica said there were gaps in the standing orders of even parliament. What I say and your constitution so there were some few things words we all man they were not clearly explained so yenu anomo MIT as say constitution man or say presiding in parliament it was one of their major argument that ebinum that's 101 I provide say with the permission I said the speaker shall preside in parliament at all sittings and in his absence a deputy speaker shall preside and now 102 now or say a quorum of parliament apart from the person presiding shall be 1/3 of all members of parliament. So okay hana one say money say whether you're a speaker or not a person presiding what I say and he said the one who presides over all a speaker and a person presiding could be the deputy and all that and you don't form part of the quorum so who person who the one drink 2-1 say we a deputy cry won't be from quorum But quorum is different from voting. So that is a gap. Oh, yeah. Because say quorum on count when I say or no and count I say you for quorum and I say we because say want to be voting. That is the intention.
Say on count in quorum, which means say the business of day cannot even take place.
Thank you. But there's nothing clear. As I say me MP, not say me be deputy.
Quorum of Parliament 1/3. So
1/3.
275. President Van Bear 97.
I don't think there was any issue with quorum on the budget issue.
Yeah, but at the time of starting the business, and that's where that quorum is. Okay. But at the time of when it's voted, that is more than one half.
Okay.
So, the question is answered me, but I want to count.
Okay.
But maybe
what count to me account quorum.
Thank you.
Oh, but I do have said the eyes in them count.
So maybe when you say, unless maybe a lawyer can advise me. There's nothing here. Actually, say that true. Say deputy speaker cannot vote. No. There's no constitutional. BBH say
no.
Deputy speaker cannot vote.
Standing orders.
The standing orders of parliament rather.
Yes.
And HSA on to Aba.
Exactly.
Yes. But you see, just as a lawyer mentioned, the same constitution, the Supreme Court, that mandate. Yes. So whenever there are ambiguities in the law, interpretation, words, one beba, no one interpret it.
Yes.
Now what you say AC, and I say echo.
Exactly.
And he say, when you see, you know, me they make say. Minority, one me share be MPC be me say I don't am on court. One say no, your standing orders be here. And I wasn't shocked say me and my uncle Abdullah, madam for pa me know the same school.
Oh sir.
Just
That's Abdullah.
Yes.
Oh, PSM pen mama na.
I and the why she and I on the nam sa. And on the court. And as Sisiano Amma indeed, and Supreme Court like interpretation number.
Okay.
Say sa gap never honor constitution and say like on to me voting. Almost obey me voting. What does here?
Okay.
Now the same constitution, am I right to go for review?
Yes.
And I heard me the power. One said the law no, yeah man nipa. And I mean there are several occasions Supreme Court take decision. So there be. Me am this me take here no me do say na any question no met me asesa no. The law is so flexible there now and we call for review no you should have another argument probably you have to influence the judge to say indeed it's supersedes that of the decision they took. Now until then no the review never the same thing be now the kakra can say when we nyina a test for democracy say untiasia men ko fa itu unti assemby asia enko fa ejan se oni obi be kontokwa but unti asia Supreme Court ewo ho enti eno ani se wa Supreme Court for interpretation na make no sa gap here na eda ho no e just a deputy sir one me MP sir not the constitution doesn't bar them from voting because they are members of parliament. So that's it ene enya asem we na ba yes majority numbers and so nanka when you nyina would have been put to test.
Yes.
What I say, and then intiasiaba, and there be interpretation about. But I say intiasiaba na emba baby aye because to me no, let me say statement ni bia yen papa num ye no in the minority any speaker ye no obi wonu ma words be wonu ma too strong.
Okay.
It doesn't really educate people. But they speak out of emotions. Okay. Now I see in the issues of law, no, yeah, we become too emotional, which is not good for the country. Because you see, you are not only speaking to your party followers, you are speaking to the entire nation, and in the process, you are educating everybody
and even international community.
That is it. And when you don't take care of stick it in people's minds. Which may not be the right thing to say. Yes, what we call you are miseducating people.
Okay.
Now, me sure say because say obi akokotara say odi for yebu ni for nani enje what I say but emotions now lawyers
election crash
they you lose and then but yes you detach one when it's not about you alone no. It's about the whole country. You detach emotions from the ruling and come out with some facts here. It goes against what the Supreme Court has mentioned.
Okay.
And then some of them are questioning the independence of the Supreme Court. My question pay.
Okay.
My question pay. And in independence itself, to the extreme, it's subjective. Ebi have also questioned this particular interpretation. Now, where some used to be na mampe and the message of say omunjaisa because Ghana ebi kura say assembly they will come to parliament and one of them can say I don't want to repeat it here.
Na number say me dey be so asem say obi a ya to abama no so onko semra na asemasi na Justice Abdullahi dia court na court no I interpret. In fact, I have copy of the ruling. Now, conclusion no ha. And the mamin kind kakra for purposes of your viewers and your listeners. Or say that is item 11 XI conclusion. In conclusion, we wish to restate in respect of the issues agreed for determination as follows: 1. That upon a true and proper interpretation of the Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution 1992, a Deputy Speaker of Parliament or any other member of Parliament presiding over Parliament is entitled to be counted as part of 1/2 of all members of Parliament present. That is to say that a presiding Deputy Speaker is entitled to be counted for the purposes of forming quorum under Article 1041 of the Constitution 1992. 2. That upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 1041 of the Constitution 1992, a Deputy Speaker or any other member of Parliament presiding over Parliament, in the absence of the Speaker, can vote and take part in a decision by Parliament. That is to say that a Deputy Speaker or a person presiding other than the Speaker does not lose their right to vote when they are presiding over the proceedings of Parliament. Accordingly, Order 1093 of the Standing Orders of Parliament is struck down as unconstitutional, the same being inconsistent with and in contravention of Article 102-1041 of the Constitution 1992. The decision taken on the 30th of November 2021 by Parliament of Ghana to approve the 2022 budget was valid as 138 members, including the person presiding, were present in Parliament when the decision was made. Yi Yoni Kolendi, Justice of Supreme Court, V.J.M. Doche, that is Jones Doche, Justice of Supreme Court, N.A. Amegache, Justice of Supreme Court, Professor N.A. Kote, Justice of Supreme Court, that is Maria Mauso, Justice of Supreme Court, Lovelace Johnson, Justice of Supreme Court, C.J. Onyenuga, Justice of Supreme Court, and the council plaintiff appeared in person. Godfrey Yeboah Adame Esquire, Attorney General, and Afretua Yeboah Esquire, Deputy Attorney General, Dinah Asunaba Dapa Esquire, Deputy Attorney General, and Dr. Sylvia Edusu Esquire, Chief State Attorney for the defendant. And the ruling no. And the matter, Prof. Wanusi.
Okay.
Na yamra.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I'm a layman and I have the right to ask
and
questions.
it's a really way oho. Na se mrasabujani ka se parliament ha yebeye na yebeye na obetimi asi ha se oba be share say Supreme Court ade na nyaduma. If such a statement, if you member of parliament anoba, oba kan say mamitio.
No, a serious issue. A serious issue. Now we say no, say emradifo no. Nanka also obi kra edine court. Now, oh yeah, say one more inviting because it is rare, so they will be inviting.
Somebody called privileges committee.
Yeah, privilege committee because okay. I mean those ones are provided in there. Yes. Now, as an ordinary member of this country, I'm a citizen. I also have questions. na me say maybe lawyer bet me aboye wa hanom say the same verdict na omama no whether the Supreme Court also have the powers to interpret provisions are different from the Constitution. Whilst I was going through the verdict, it's the decision, the interpretation, sought to now rule say deputy, like anyone who's deputy, what do you call it, speakers, when they are presiding, now can form, their numbers they can form quorum, they can be part of quorum. But okay 101 sorry, once again with the permission, HSA, the speaker shall preside in parliament at all sittings. In his absence, a deputy speaker shall preside. Then quorum 102, a quorum of parliament apart from the person presiding shall be 1/3 of all the members of parliament. Shall be 1/3. Now, maybe wait me more. Now, what kind is here now? It's one of the things that me flag it out. I mean, now we enco fast and be ember with respect to the Constitution itself, because we're standing orders. Now, okay, say one upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102, and that's what the mechanism is here. No, say whenever somebody presides, that person will not form part of quorum. Precise. So here, it's not just about the speaker. It's not just about the deputy. Now, 102 and 1041 of the Constitution, a deputy speaker or any other member of parliament presiding over parliament in the absence of the speaker can vote and take part in the decision by parliament. I don't have any issue with this. That is to say that a deputy speaker or person presiding other than the speaker does not lose the right to vote when they are presiding over the proceedings of parliament. Are you saying that this does not contradict 102? No. I don't want to say because 102 constitutional provision.
I'm sure 102 no man say. It no say on a true and a proper interpretation. And yet reading is okay. What's 102 or say the person presiding
a quorum of parliament.
The person presiding.
A quorum of parliament apart from the person presiding shall be 1/3 of all the members of parliament.
But in the absence of the speaker, the person presiding, is he a member of parliament or not?
He's a member of parliament.
You see? And so in the same sentence, there are two conflicting. That's why the Supreme Court says on a true and proper interpretation. This constitution assumes any lawyers in that. Even lawyers cry now. Sometimes somebody else, there may be an ambiguity. And that will call for an interpretation by the Supreme Court. Or to interpret the Constitution. So, or say the person presiding. I said that I'm reading in the picket, me underlining where is be a woman said the person presiding. So that's why I make us say you must read it together with 141. So you don't read it in isolation. And sometimes you see the Supreme Court, your canons of interpretation, where you go into the intendment and what the framers of the Constitution intended to achieve. What do you mean? But what will be reasonable? What will be the purpose? So your modern purposive approach to interpretation of the Constitution. So a person presiding. So to my mind, and from the ruling that has come from Supreme Court, which I say, you were talking about the speaker, said them kind of speaker simplicity. So in the absence of the speaker, if somebody is presiding, first of all, the person is also a member of parliament, but would that person lose that right because he says that he's presiding? Then it will create an absurdity. And then the interpretation is done or aimed or to achieve normalcy in the system. That's why they are called upon to interpret. Until it will not create any contradiction. So you don't read it in isolation. You read them together to achieve. Say, okay, when I know patch, you see, the bit of it is that it's not everything that can be written in a law. So occasion like this, gives opportunity to the Supreme Court to interpret it and say okay, when I know more patch, let me know, but this is what they intended to achieve. So until a life situation be say no say okay me who be say hang parliament me who be me TV Ghana to buy no it has become necessary for us to go into this and am you do pepper so away. And so I don't see the contradiction in here, but they have rather brought clarity. Say we know say the person presiding, you know, you can't treat him like the speaker, no. How do a speaker place that constitution can say only vote and a casting vote, no. Only on vote to be cry. But because somebody has a prior position before the speakership, no, as a deputy, no, to me take that right from him. Because that person, and then you see, you also don't have to just look at the SN also the constituency. So okay, if that's the intention, and I said this the interpretation coming now, what about Nkofubi Omuni MP Omuni represented? Now, what is it? So what I say, and it is legitimate question, but those one are not for Supreme Court to answer. It's a political question. So, see, that is what is in
Kessben
there.
92.9 FM.
Okay, yentie honorable chairman Sabonso. Okasa o Kessben machi jumedie so yentie honorable chairman Sabonso. Ono so ne commenter what they buy on the ruling.
Yeah, upon the constitution and I can't remember say the PFC the constitution no new but Article 104 of the Constitution no can say the Speaker, it is the Speaker of Parliament, or say HR have neither a captain nor an original vote, or say the Speaker and only original or casting vote. Already a proper on to be. I didn't need Speaker on to be a sunset. On Speaker no day, yen proper man, yen Speaker, yen proper man, in tea or represented Nipepia or Omayi, yen represented Omayi Emufor, any yen proper my ewo. Amayaba Omayi various constituencies that yes a chairman in to constituencies that your constituents are not all that should be you. Yen Kwan ye proper. Na the woko you're standing order now can because all your constitution on can say deputy speakers no there among to about on can or say the speaker and na enpo apa na constitution no baby we will say constitution no you should only because the definite article the word they are described speaker no said the speaker or refers to a speaker na ansana ye members of parliament.
Okay, so the speaker means the speaker, and speaker means any other member presiding. Well, about no chapa usima and watche. I find out what video na to her. Uti radio so I won't cry. Kessben 92.9, and as I uti Kumasi Kessben 93.3, and I share TV so a Kessben television. You might indeed Amansan Ntie. Meme down opa and Kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng KAK. Matrasi Midi Utiamia. Yet Bremo. Some of your messages I'm also Modia ba Yamra so kakra. What me ko Facebook na Kessben TV would message aba. Yaba can kind nina edia mamo ewaha. Yana lawyer form 24 any professors and share on the show. And Supreme Court moye ba no ye bobo so. Ye we call MPP party no omo internal matters no. Any de John Boadu dia todwa any nim so on a petition call. And then your party bet me I found where they are some bebano. A real call and also so kakra. As a please then DC and express the Mahama can read. But truly I think they don't understand. Because Supreme Court ruling no is clear. Why are they behaving like that? That is why they said they have won the election at the comfortable lead, and in the end they lost 2016. I'm referring to Ofaya Oseshi Kofi Krom Enode Ebaye Kwame Job Ewo Tema Akuoko NDC parliamentarians are right. Supreme Court's ruling is a strategy for the government to get its leeway for the e-levy to come and impose on Ghanaians. Will resist any attempt to suppress the powers of parliament. Okay. This was see Bokare Zeba from Boko. So I think the minority and all those in disagreement of Supreme Court ruling are doing so to please their followers. They all know the law. Akuoko Kwarteng is a lawyer, so they know the laws. It's because they have supporters that they want to please. That is why they are doing that. Francis Asari, aka Teacher Kofi from Oti region, Krati East. I think we have also gotten to a space where a lot of laws must be amended and ensure that the standing orders of the House of Parliament corresponds with the 1902 Constitution. Again, the standing orders cannot supersede the 1902 Constitution. Moreover, all laws and rules must be deduced from the highest law, which is the Constitution. Because of this, the standing orders cannot become a law over the Constitution. So tell the parliamentarians that the Constitution is supreme to their so-called standing orders. Okay. Okay. Let me skip this message and move on. Honorable Akuoko, no law or rule in Ghana is above our Constitution, and therefore Parliament should keep quiet and work. The judges base their ruling on the laws of the country, so no panic any longer. They must go by it, so clear. Going forward, I think the Speaker should be selected out of Parliament among old parliamentarians instead of a sitting member of Parliament to avoid this brouhaha. Okay? And also the concern de Abba. No. Akuoko, good morning. About the so-called Supreme Court ruling that they say they will not agree. What are they talking about? Is it not the laws, the same laws that has given them opportunity to be in Parliament? You are receiving your gracia, your land cruises, your monthly allowance, and you are saying what? They should give us a break. Okay. Toronto G from Jacobu Crawford, please. Akuoko, I'm enjoying the program this morning, and tell Lawyer Brenya and Prof that I really like them. Okay. I say good morning, Honorable. Good morning, Honorable Akuoko. This your program is very educative, and I'm enjoying the program at my base at Kede. Okay, one fedin biama. As I don't understand why our lawmakers used to condemn our court system like that, including even professional lawyers who will go to before the same court to seek for reliefs. Edi asem kureni. Paul Ami here, Watakwa Western Region, and Ode Abba. Over to me to also the message about on the Supreme Court ruling. Any commenter Abba? If he speaker back when if from Pedada, John Dramani Mahama, Fi, Nanadu Danko Kufado, Fi, parliamentarians, and all, and then Yasin Kuna, Yebobo. Now I'm Zamra Subio, na Yanya maybe Sisia. Assuming, sir, near Binomunama Bonti or Mokeka, says Supreme Court Akasakra, Omunin Tum, Naumbe, near so a Bema, or Bebam Rasabedam, who have Supreme Court, near Akan or Mudibaya Jumano. Ninsusa, so Mremuno, Senny City.
Okay. We Constitution now. You say enforcement of Constitution.
Okay.
So
I just have a good microphone.
Enforcement of Constitution.
Yeah.
Now, actually, how our Constitution.
Your microphone be on you, mama. Yes.
Okay. I'm not used to this. Yes. Enforcement of the Constitution, and then how say it be deep and rational.
Okay.
But we Constitution now, Article 2.4 of the Constitution. Okay, we started 2.2. The Supreme Court shall, for the purpose of a declaration under Clause 1 of this article, make such orders and give such directions as it may consider appropriate for giving effect or enabling effect to be given to the declaration so made. Then any function on my perform case we say mono. Then it goes further and say, any person or group of persons to whom an order or direction is addressed under Clause 2 of this article by the Supreme Court shall duly obey and carry out the terms of the order or direction.
Okay.
Until you are compelled to
obey.
Then 4, failure to obey or carry out the terms of an order or direction made or given under Clause 2 of this article constitutes a high crime under this Constitution, and shall, in the case of the President or the Vice President, constitute a ground for removal from office under this Constitution.
That's a woman penny and Anna Bediache. Supreme Court to Maru no more in Nisua. I won't see a pambo mafia.
Grounds for removal.
Okay.
So then, Obusawe 5 no.
Yeah.
I want to now walk on. A person convicted of a high crime under Clause 4. Clause 4 in failure to obey no.
Okay, there's a Supreme Court to cast somewhere in Nisua. So I would say Nisua.
It constitutes a high crime.
Okay.
Then it's giving you.
That's why a Bonicassi.
Bonicassi.
All right.
Yes. A person convicted of a high crime under clause 4 of this article shall be liable to imprisonment not exceeding 10 years without the option of a fine, and B, not be eligible for election or for appointment to any public office for 10 years beginning with the date of the expiration of the term of imprisonment.
But I hope it's
okay. Unto us say Supreme Court ma orders directions be. We say Supreme Court ma order. My direction say next
okay.
Nti Deputy Speaker it to be vote. You count and the quorum.
Okay.
Was mean fine yeduma. So that direction now I interpret the constitution no enforcement of the constitution no was find to yes sir. It constitute high crime.
Okay.
Say the president and vice said the okay no grounds for removal from office.
Okay.
Now any other person or group of persons mean so, which includes these MPs themselves.
Okay.
Say yen so you be kontokwa and if you say you between resolve any disagreement and a dispute or parliament and that this article no or say if you are found under clause 4 which is a failure now first no we be kwa them if you say 10 years and no option of a fine say to me more keke ni nyao 10 years simplicity.
There's a best about card work or two.
Okay. No option of a fine.
There's a yen to me can say yeah fine 1,000
now
and now 2,000.
Yes.
But what the answer say
work with them.
Judge be better to be answer for them fiedu.
Yes. Or say for a period not exceeding 10 years. So it could be 2 years.
Okay.
It could be 5 years or anything from a day to 10 years.
Okay.
And or say we are at the or sentence by expire no. If you run for 10 years running no, to mean standing for any to me holding any public position be election.
The ban better also.
Yes.
Okay.
Nti that who sunsan no. Nti say na provoke no. Emotions. Asam court na bia wo de ususu o trimu no. Anko say de wo pen na definitely we nipa be ya. But that is where also we show maturity. Say, oh, I disagree with the Supreme Court because obi nipa. Omo come to me say some imagine. I disagree with them, but I will obey. What do you think I say? Me no munya adwene no, me dem kwai dem pe. But it's also unfortunate say these things are coming from MPs. Omo ya to abamom say mo na mo mrama ye. Na mo so mu ni so no mo nam kodwa so. Obi on nam tema station circle. Ono so nya den.
Okay.
What signals are you sending to the populace?
Okay.
It is not good. And then one dangerous trend is also going on. It's bastardizing state institutions. Unfortunately, in fact, I'm a judge here crime. Do you know why? Because of
but
you see, say you can't cast a watch because we are giant to mean cassa, you can't some trouble to mean yano.
Okay.
To answer, you can't some matos.
And the politicians are taking advantage of that.
That's what you're doing.
And because it look as if say if you don't belong to their class, party A, party B, you are nobody. You know, they can sit anywhere and tell you the omo pay. If you are not part of omo political, they no say oh party A and B. It happens across the political parties, the political divide. And you bet me at baby, no, I cannot just like that because in the name of political party.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous for this country.
Yeah, who be that political parties they in someone court my dear or judge or president now what judgment team. Oh, those days you be okay appointed CJ Kra Ghana by switch through somebody at the court. Meaning how man me really say na na super judges. Say some corner and the omopedia and then either you paint you green or black or red and blue. Apart from that, and as well, and I say, meanwhile, unfortunately, be a winning who be a common sense. Law, no, yes, a common sense, but you see, it goes beyond common sense.
Okay.
Who we didn't say, there's a spirit and a letter of the Constitution. And to me, just what's a adding verbs and adjectives and adverbs office and one what we read what you say. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
And say, you see, the court is the bastion of hope of the ordinary people. So if you bastardize some to me no 1 year,
especially when it's coming from lawmakers.
You see, and even some lawyers. Oh, who you talk to judge? Nobody about 10 years. I don't know. So be the mic is of one. Now, I don't know. Probably na kind. I can't go for it. You know. Then in Sabia, baby, I know Omoka. It is not good. As I lose trust. So what? Say cool, but baby, the only institution a saving institution is the judiciary.
Okay.
And the answer. It is Obia maintain wants to be about my ma. Baby, I court. Near court in say ya.
There's a coup d'etat see or might be more. Maybe I didn't compile parliament.
Yes.
na aba executive arm ɛtɔ da bi a judges no koraa deɛ yɛbɛ manipulate mo but ɛyɛ hunuhuna kakra
and ye wo
na mo de take mu
the structure no is
and sometimes a lawyer wakɔfa asɛm aba ɛno na me ne pani bi di nkɔbɔ and na me bisa question sɛ ma ne susu mna so edi politicians a ɔmo nye opportunity akɔ aban mu in court ai fa kwanya bi so awiawia Ghana sika yɛ japadeɛ ne adeɛ na bi ɛtɔ da bi ɔmo fi sɛ ɔmo ni abam ana ɛtɔ da bi ɔmo fi sɛ nneɛma bi nkɔ no sɛ ne ɔmo pɛ nti o na nkaku kura baeɛ na nkaku kura baeɛ no and does MPP and NDC and other political parties think say azumi sɛ so jandi ma no susu na so fatua ɛyɛ timemfo no mbɛbɛ so ana mo politicians no mbɛbam so because ɔmo adwin bi wɔ mo team sɛ especially MPP and NDC no for years ɔmo adwin bi from 92 ba sɛ the Ghana ayɛ bia na ɛmo a and the mona mo ya no sɛ mo kro na mo frɛ ɔmo so ɔmo mra esi a mo na mo bɛbrɛ o
unse me ka sɛ sɛ kusi baabi a man ka sɛ kusi Ghana ha nkɔkra nkɔmu but sɛ unnim
Kessben 92.9.
Selfishness and greediness.
Okay.
On people's part, say to even think self person because when you are one, I say to think say kunsi. When you kunsi so.
I say when you are kra na ba on be fra afra.
No, I some can. So we say obi office say oh, you be support to omo.
And on be tra so omo ka so on be fra mo.
Na wait sorry. No kra omo kra na say me kan sa. Okay, I don't want to use Ghana as an example. Say ku esi oban bi mo a. Politicians are those who get out of business.
I don't make
one any business because you may not have the chance to be a politician. You may not have the chance to be part of decision making. All lies in the bosom of the military,
or the janta, the proprietors of the coup.
I'm telling you. And about this, one time because I made the pass waka hono. Sa person could be coming like nyame and to know a say. And I'm one person coming near to the pen. And you say, and your fans says your mind.
Okay.
Look, I always say this, sir. In a democracy, me, maybe I'm free. There's no way I can be a leader. Said, Nanka, way democracy. I wouldn't be a president one day.
Kevin.
For democracy, anyone can be a president. But you have the hope, say, as long as you are using democracy. Or Chinebi, who are now say, Papa Brenya, and I said, I can become a president because any royal system, any monarchy, what I say, but Yajatum, as our mind said, we are going to run our governance with democracy. And he say, yeah, Mama Yisa, Nyamaya, a threat, Emma democracy in free. Now, Emmy, ya, they become Emmy, ya, person, meet me, lawyers. Now, one a casa about verdict. Now, one personal, emotions account. Wow.
About one year size, you know. Now do I know see baby. Now sometimes it's so minimal. And when I'm a lawyer for dinner, maybe so. What's your interpretation? And now, besides, is he interpreting a law or is he interpreting a political statement?
It's a do me persubia. I know you be who the any panic cancer.
Okay.
Say, oh, preach you. So, say, oh, your campaign, because. And then the other in say, you put it in a hand and you on it half on your oh, it's a great say, and then so be a bama, police will be a support. Obinia bama, police will be a wrong. Oh, and the air quite it is not right. But it's an and now say, first, and I think you opportunity to speak to the people. And then the Aquenia, I catch a Casacha Manfo. And also take opportunity to educate people than the air can. Nti o se mo amoyan so ntrofo yin so no mo fro bia hu se we say no or ye pure politics and na say or kira the intellectual analysis no oye obo how to be say okay politics no oye enye apart from emotions no the emotion in there no politics
okay
the now ya kafra to hu say nipa no one friend so a lawyer but do kan no do ubusa ni mu say the ubusa me say ha say no say the prof ubusa me na o tie ha na ye kasa but o say me ti bia we say no wa kirem. So, and no one feels a man call for Motia or Monsonia lawyers. No,
okay.
Remember, I owe de.
Lawyer, the trend I decay, your general legal counsel, notice will be petition woman, and now one to take comment in Libya on Betimia Fred because you are here. If you are not MPP also, China and this in Swaba, a China be a CBP, that party for fraud. Now, a man so train, I say more court to the end Chamuda. maybe I mokasa kasa ya na kodu point bi a na dia semamba officer then na say
na general can phone say you mo free and lawyer cry boni asanse na and also politics ya san be support mo ahoro mo mpanyimfo bi o ebi wait years ma practice more than 50 years then next say yeah the moral fabric of society is broken down and na akola mu panyin nti onan say obi o cry obi o train ade and office or channel because opportunity to expand now the name is say obi ko chan Facebook office say you can law you can run work through Facebook na dey ya to no say we expect because Facebook law kokota na so I ask foforo enti the again general kan so kra no say omo kra me feel say bi omo kra omo ba mabu so because there are so many things I cause wa you feel say or see a day sanity a bad system nim
I thought been so ya na the friend of bedroom kakra se bia for our supporters to know say ade no say na tie say na ejina no let's say something so be ya omebo mo nsam bia behind the scenes no dey adwefo forward.
Oh yes o pa say e man kan fo ho o say nipa ne ye na osi a obi anso o kasa bia ya bia na o kasa de ya ye bi hu no e na emre bi ene de am so kofam kakra wa no ya pa na ma post so nipa no be twa ni ya target obi say wo ye no adwuma te say football na ma obi say man close marking nti ma wo bi about politics
okay
me feel say e say ade e kakra ye but see ano abrante bia ke say bia na obi a political actors ni bia no wo ye ya na dwene say me nye bibia me so e be recognize me e chena bi nti that's what is going on nti nipa na ya de about you see we ya de so hwe wo da chena wo chena say ade a me ye o chena bi internet ni we mfi asem de obeya e be twa to na ye chena bi ko puliba o transfer one we feel say o ye ade papa minim say politicians ni bi omo MPCC a young guys ni bi a omo out no first no man ye ipa but say omo match 20 o ya o say ka so we are match up now nti I think say kakra be but the economy dey say ya so no ntema it won't help.
Okay, lawyer Dominic Brenya okujato Sam okujato okay Sam okujato Chambers and you know a discussion on the Supreme Court ruling any matters arising from Parliament. And about no what Pausima Eduno and so Kessben Amansan Ntie Jumedie and Amoguswa mo share na mutieno. Member lawyer Subiona Mama Nabi Abwa and Kakra people are suggesting Speaker Babina Kabi Haruna Idrusu Parliament and minority side no say Justice Abdullah and call for review. Na mremu no call for review 7-0 no ebetimi akosi saying in sunsun so ne say meba lawyer so na watch me ya na maba prof na fa hwe MPP internal matters no enso kakra for my view a quorum of parliament a quorum of parliament is 97, so whether the deputy speaker is counted or not they formed the quorum on that day. And also when it comes to the voting too, the deputy speaker who was also MP have the right to vote. So finito, there's no problem. So KK, tell them, okay. As Honorable Akuoko, good morning. If the NDC members of parliament think they can use parliament as a war zone area, then they should get themselves prepared to be chased out of parliament because we the citizens voted for them. And when that thing happens, anybody can also go there and do whatever he wants to do because you realize that there will be no laws. Ofori Ebenezer and Ode Nedie Abba. Also KK. The literacy rates in Ghana is too high, especially, and that is why we want them to attend free senior high school. I don't know whether they understand the word or not, because Supreme Court ruling is very simple unless you don't want to interpret it to your understanding. The minority should respect the ruling of the ruling of the highest court of the land to make Ghana move forward. We need peace. Greetings to Lawyer Kodria Justin. Natibongo. Ewo boase nati chia mo pa no boase fo a mo hwe nyina Ghana. The people saying that even if there's no ruling from the Supreme Court, the people of we Bekwai constituency we don't have a say in the e-levy decision. Are they saying that even if there was no ruling from Supreme Court, we the people at Bekwai constituency we don't have a say in the e-levy decision? Tio Bekwai Bekwai for no Bekwai omompini Bekwai for so Tauman Pieti den Tio Bisa say it is the Supreme Court man come as just Oman Pinunka, Samba e-levy who parliament. Come on, Kabiana, and no. Shipman Ewo Atonso or say, now that the Supreme Court has ruled that deputy speakers can vote, I hope and pray that the minority NDC will stop the unnecessary agitations and let peace prevail in Parliament. Ghana deserves better. Regards to Chairman Odino Kwakwapia, A.K. Koka, the incoming Ashanti Regional Chairman of MPP. Bibia ebe fine. Okay, enti no. I mean, ko Facebook na minka kakra ewo ho mamu na fe me ba na lawyer na daroma waboaye wo ho na yahwe. Oh, okay, my didn't bring from kakra. Yes. Abdul Basit Zongo Pania Kumase said the Supreme Court have spoken. Just accept and follow it in good faith. Thank you, Frank Mantesio PPA, Honorable Mevisa Okomsen, and Honorable Elena Mandako. All right. Oyibo Boateng. I said from Achoman Rebehi, if the minority like it or not, deputy speakers will vote in Parliament. Why? Are they not also MPs? Oyibo from Rebehi and Odiwei Abba. Osabuache, Ose Akuoko. When the politicians are in power, everything seems right or good to them. But when they are in opposition, it is other way around. Are they really thinking about the nation or they are thinking about their political party and themselves? Obenyansafo Yebunibe na Yankana Sem. You can also join me on Facebook now. Ewo Kessben TV ko Facebook na odo message no abana yankenkan ententem. Mamano washa ma unu yanso edene de aba Kessben na Amansan Ntie dwumadie eni. Steven etu ahene ose atimbila pato kintampo so no bokoko. The minority MPs know the law well, but they want to delay government policies and to make government unpopular. That is why they are behaving as such. Greetings to Mr. Thomas Edu Apia, aka Toma Bono East, okay. Chairman, Anope Yachiao. Oyibo Boatimbio from Achumane Behi or see if the minority like it or not. Okay, I'm saying no. We may move on. That's one Boatia Dakwa. Was a good morning, Honorable. Fantastic show by all standard. It is loud and clear at Wyben Musical Enterprise. Ewo Konongo for Mamintiamo. Na mentia Oscar Mat Boutique ewa drum ni kurom ni Konongo Oscar no pay baby obiano. Special good morning from the morning show crew. Myself and a crew PSA. Yada se papa Oscar Moniyo. Justice Obimbi also good morning. Why do you only read messages from the other side? Hey, oh, that's Obimbi. Oh, yeah, sure. But the other baby I'm please. I'm reading what you have brought. So bring yours. I'll read it, Thank you very much. Yes, so lawyer, I said, man, say about Supreme Court for their friend judicial review and now reviewer. Then a bit to me about, then a bit to me see. I mean, too.
Okay. Review, no. It is Supreme Court is the highest and the last court of the land.
Okay.
Into a honor. It is OYP or Kessben, but when you're more mankasa. Then when there's a reviewer, it means that or send numbers, they did become. We normally have 7 because a constitutional matter, or 2 in a become 9 and I say 11 and I 13 as the Supreme Court may decide.
Okay.
Now review no yes okay there must be head will be also cross and review as some crowd much it is worth considering.
Okay.
Or say who say be a judgment on their no.
Into this case study, case at that any review no. What should we expect? Educate young
and me more preparation I say no say who the acquire also we meet standard we say there was a clear error. Also satisfy court no and so much kwasem no yes omo waste omo time kran say omo court no ye
I see.
So also we meet that thing. Yes, the Panico Supreme Court. You see, litigation sometimes has come to an end. But this is not ordinary case, a free High Court, but the Supreme Court. With the Supreme Court, but normally, no review is not just as simple as we say, oh, review. If you are we should say, idea grounds not no. Then your idea also Supreme Court. Yeah, on about to assess
okay.
So you can be other cases. Then review no, we know unanimous decision. So be I can 4-3 means that there's a hope say you the 2 become 9 2 ni na ba ka 3 ne ho na koye 5-4.
Okay.
But we know 7 unanimous. It may be say 7 ni bi no between some madwan ko ka o ma o mege se bia ye ne we say ni nya adwon no, but it is very difficult rare say it me sisa It is not that as simple. And I mean, yes, sure, say the way it is. Who say, just one judgment. Yes, be be so. Me no ya conclusion, but me so me fan baby. On the justice, you only colleague in one Troy, and they all agreed. Obia adwene amfa baby I say we agree with you.
Okay.
That is it. So sometimes if yes so we try we say so try bibi kakra me kwa manka bi ozu kan bibi kakra. So
they sent in there no.
We they had nothing to add. I won't say nothing useful to add. They had nothing to add. Until we call review now 9 no. When say 2 never can be a 9 and I say 11 or 4 never can. Omo nyina ko fa ko say bia judgment we no mo nya adwe kra na 7-4. So I don't foresee say anything will change substantially. I said we say 9 akano. Ebema bibi asesa judgment we bibi asesa. So for now no, this is what we have. Rather than our advice say parliament no should take steps. Say it creates confusion. Say obiti one sorry. There's even a scenario say assume you say only one deputy speaker now available for a vote. Or sorry, I want to vote aba. So so those absurdities maybe no. I feel no mko yi omu ba akoma na be preside na wako vote no we are saying change over na say dey. You know say yasem wo ho. But Supreme Court no see the other thing that we are not adverting my mind. Supreme Court no yes, oya dey be ya confusion ma. But oya within the law. It is say if you say timamufo no na representatives na parliament ni feel say we no be create a year. We should do a clear amendment of the constitution through the right process and amend it. So then in law on your friend political question, then parliament will do something and undo something.
There's a parliament now so bet me amend this portion.
Yeah, law amend it through the right process.
Okay.
If you say it's an entrenched, the process must be followed. If it's not entrenched, then is there a simple amendment in parliament which will be assented to by the president? No idea. So then you undo what Supreme Court has done. We will say presidential transition act no. Me was in Tina actually almost how long be on 1 minute. Say it was the court to say you appoint a board member. No, Bank of Ghana president for 4 time. Or a board member. Now say a term of 4 years, president no. If you cry or term no encore into no. You can't just reconstitute in or we know a high court. You win declare law about say the appoint to no no these people. Okay,
Samokujato.
Yes.
Okay.
The president most time and I'm about the case no court near winning no yes how long.
Okay.
Now unfortunately for you know or more you should be and be there to this sign letters for say oh because of section 13 of this you know.
Okay.
What you appoint on the control in
interesting. Now I'm bringing and Motin can no maybe prof for na yahwe mama said this kakra or YouTube main kan kakra mamum Charles do answer was I call complete star lawyer who is my senior in school Okes that we are proud of him watching you live from London but I made to be a friend of Charles do sorry okay no
yes
I was say to senior high school
yes
then is about to say
correct
and Charles special good morning to you Robert Yause, I think lawyers who have spent 10 years at the bar should be able to stand as MPs because if you listen to some of the MPs' comments, it's very appalling. Okay. Doctors, retired police, and the military officers should stand for MPs plus lectures. Okay. And the more YouTube, no, with me, Eddie Odiabana, Yakenkai, Eddie Mamo. Prof, Mamin Tio Kakra. Or round up on the issue now, Yamra MPP internal matters in about 10 minutes. We now, I be call a T phone so. And see, but Mamin Tio Kakra. Yes, but I am.
Maybe I say, it is more legal and also common sense. And see, Kakra can say, Kessben. In your normal parliament, you know, one more. They should be conscious of what they say actually. Now, in 70 boy can not that chibi. It doesn't hit back at us. Now, on mine Ghana and any idea. Now, say, and mentia sentino, on mine good idea, and the say, and funny so. Now, better Pamucho, because this parliament we dear, the 8th parliament of the 4th Republic. In some people, home. Parliament shall see. You fa kunya embo biada. Now, the Emi Yakran say, Microphone or be clear lawyers pow nanka enti from honorables no community uti bronubi suna say lawyer biti one ma their lifestyle is different. Look, Obama campus ene. Na say students are. Law students
Okay.
What uniform? Uniform. And black and white. Well, they have a unique lifestyle. First time in Tiasie, until say many one of say Prof. Frempong, a former dean. So you see, professional, it trains you to be a complete person as a professional. And you want no the mra in the age. Na ene we kona obi atamakonya e parliament ko hwe the bag on a lawyer na yes na say montan free from because meaning say those days we be like ebe put the law profession into some disrepute
and public shame na crazy omo the politics room to match him e akwate omo
it's a serious thing. No, it's a serious thing. Say you best say members of parliament no one no more hwe one kasa.
Okay.
Sensemba sa.
From but you civilian, na me so menya lawyer na nya lawyer me misa kakra. How do you make a for now I do so press conference or din kan yes or say the judiciary or Supreme Court attempt some the board the ruling government. I'm on my timidi live, you know, on my passing tina this are really anybody.
That is a political statement.
Okay.
I mean that's where I pick it from. Okay. Because that issue you know nanka okay any hang parliament akanya sem.
Okay.
What I say. And you see, the government at the end of the day must have its businesses, passed so that they can lead the country. Now, Mr. Asset or make here, say a political statement, so I think it's out of context. I expect them to come out with. In fact, they've not given me personally. They are me here when I flag a lawyer at concerning Article 102. What I say, me nyanya bibia esronko from their stance from day one. Now, the can answer one of the politics say because look, I'm ask you, make I pass it. One of their members are say obedient court. So what do citizenship no? The reason on my and I mean the same we say because of e-levy internet Mr. Abine per se one MP free parliament. I feel by different ones to be because of e-levy, you know. So what is the so-called issue about the e-levy? Is e-levy everything to Ghana? Say Bibiana was say MPs e-levy air politics.
Okay.
I mean to me, or you're very good like make us a respected lawyer, but and sending be one man. When you're on a political platform, you're a different person.
Okay.
When you are submitting on professional issues, you have to allow. But whenever you give me the platform, I was studio Hano, I put on the deanship of my school.
Okay.
Make kasa
as dean.
As a dean.
Graduate of professional studies.
My personal sentiments.
Okay.
Shroud my judgment.
University of Professional Studies.
Yes.
Yes.
Or UPSA.
Yeah.
And now, no free one man. Who say church for? On call out a bit dumb, different political parties.
Okay.
And say, Kasa, you have to be very, very objective. Maybe neutral. I mean, I always take a stance on my submissions. I've never been neutral.
Okay.
And Kasa, at that point in time, no, he was not just a leader of a minority, but he's a professional lawyer, belonging to the membership of bar association. And Kasa, protect your profession.
Okay.
But when you bastardize your profession, make it look like the Supreme Court is being influenced by the government at the end of the day just because of e-levy. Unfortunate.
Okay.
Papa Haruna said more on my personal sentiment and shroud the submissions are
okay. Abana ochapa osima Adriana na pese bacho mamini video no on our second topic no. Sekonongo video na ready yenhwe kakra MPP party internal matters polling station elections John Boadu the general secretary of MPP a press conference na ode atodwa said de ekokoso nyina no so so watiti bia se ne zentrefo nso yakaka bia no na ne okatra party for no se ba bia hawo bia no on by investigation on be hwemu na on the party mra aye adwuma se ne mra no ehentimu amu consensus nyina no jebi se any director of elections Evans Mako say mo fa mo petitions ne ade emra na party for mpenifo no enso betu ho na mo na ne onso mo ye bia no o ma hwe aye ama bi say say konongo ene some of them a mo ne kasa no e bia ready a ma nhwe video ni bi bra
Akuoko Kwarteng so bia ma so bi baba ntimi de na menim say so far as am pick from am converting ne de eda no bedu no omo maka o ma no ka me kwan automatically no ma qualify yete ho ye twen se e beka so o vetting e koye no kra no e say ni say ne ba ntie bia me a e frame Daniel Sapon Junior a me wo locals Blue Moon Amangwase police station e bia me koye no ma qualify ntie we ni we na ma qualify ya ma ntehwe ye meti an say ya abom a che say ato abana we na ene na anything eti enam no so no e ma e banada na wo se eto aba no a ya anti bibisa e banana nwumere ye ni na akọ party office e ko gina ho senki be hu se bi mpo anka executives obi beba ho no ma etimi anya akonya bi eden abusa na ya anti bibia ya de se de to mpanifo anim se MPP ma MPP we mojam ene ya adwen se be adwuma ma party no nti se mpanifo so epe se enkoso nya adwuma ma party ni dia ya be
yati kakra oho ensuta mampon edweso nomne ade na konongo ede no man kono ne ankoma nkodi nkomo kakra ankoma good morning
ben me joso na what is say honorable
me we na no mo consensus no eno a wote se general secretary John Bodu Kasai se baby o mo nto aba bia nkofo so mato aba bia no mo de mra no be adwuma na mo afa party hihye so de aye ne ebeboa ama akomato mu aba nia general secretary kai no Mama Ntie o kakra on that
honorable me da CP Mama Ntie Ghana fo nyina eti Kessben anopay general secretary the party no polling station ho sunsan so nyina the two dra enro na wasa church mu coordinator electoral area coordinator ba ye beto no eno so o kan wasem me ka say musa dia o kan no o kan say the bebre enema e ko so yi ampa wo hwe 275 constituencies
but yanya specific wo mo ho de na kosi sen why because the brain tie beba studio back Mama Ntie o
mati honorable ne ka say mu no say the make no o me hu hia say ye be emra e adwuma e wo polling station elections here because ono akan say wo hwe say the amount for the odo ene yibe area so mo performs na ye de mra ne ye adwuma e be kwaso Asante Atim Central na ye ka say general secretary enum asem no e be ye bibia mpanifo e be asakra ne enum sisi a ye ka say nti a ye sawo a ye pese Ghana fu nyina etini say the elections committee asa to suffer a nipa supposedly omo officers by force ayento abano ako show mu incline say bibia nko bibia omo ana
omo eno ti na ye frɛ because ye nya nkra say omo frɛ omo say de John Bodu aka no konongo de omo mfa nya adwuma na ombe ye ne a omo no aye dada and I'm told to say de abufuo ya ba ya mabasa kakra aba party nim ti no no say signal ye mampanifo no te and they say omo frɛ omo say no after press conference the general secretary John Bodu ye no momo ho de no de ne amoma omo aye na no ma ye ba the general secretary kan de omo mfa nya adwuma edi mpanifo no ti a te say no omo ka kire omo wie no what next then na SBO
the chance say the SBO ne say mpanifo kra nipa omo to nsa frɛ omo no esa ba be bisa say meeting kra omo frɛ omo no omo nti ase kire say omo e polling station adwuma no se nipa bi bokon a omo nye crowd nti de ye ka mpanifo ne say breaking the 8 ye bi aye motu 2024 ye be call elections ni mo no Asante Atim Central elections committee ye MC no dan no still a omo do omo bom team po say omo mane maso ti e sere omo say omo betu omo nan asiso ye buso kan wasem e de ibokoko because medical can say yeah the ever campaign na mum de obi timpo ba bi be say timu de yen timi and yasesa no ade ama.
Okay, nti yakọ Asante Achim Central kodongo eni kwakwa nkoma ne kodi nkomo no. PSA the chairman of the election committee, yeah, Robert Yakwachima, me so no so. So why the general secretary akasa na ono de also de ono na ye dada na oho na no. And one of the be juma. Prof. MPP internal matters be 2 minutes be na ye kwa ho ma no so nkotiati for kakra. Mamitio.
All right.
Ye din kan Canada ntina
yeah. Once you can't political activities are a bit different from the management of various corporate institutions, and also the responsibilities and the obligations at the executives. No, now me the when you know I was say one more like political parties, no, because they all have the same attribute, especially when they are in governance. The attributes are the same, the sentences are the same. One a band say ye pray akunya hwa, and that's a position hwa. Ombe kontokwa sa na before money be bomb so no na ase obo party no na nka enya sema na nka polling station election so die entokwa be na ewo ho but it has its own benefit. So once our benefits no somebody stand to gain as well as people also standing to lose, and that's where it brings all the fight. Now me no over the years no the me who pan say the nature of the political activists, the way they are appointed and elected, no, a issue. Often than not, no, the presidential candidates, no, our influence, our executives, no, so.
Okay.
And the national, and the SNA.
Ebi blame national executives, no, say, as a woman, so a G to me or a form for no hako 12 no. As a Omai relax, they because be I say they also have their interest in Tino. They do have that is what's creating a lot of problems.
So you see, how many issues if you call yourself a democratic party, allow the democratic policies, your laws to work in your party. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
Now, sir, Udri said you have the powers, and me saying this as obi yes, I come as them. Now, sir, over influence it because of the powers are over no. Not what would the emrano aton chain.
Okay.
Yes, people will not allow you. Last how on earth do we vote at how much? Okay, I said one of the around 3 a.m. I mean, and Menyanya Banesi voting. I said Moti were infant. By now, no. What has happened to that election?
I almost on bury him now.
Like by now, no. Yeah, there were quick. I mean, apt decision. Say, please allow people because business being transacting how much. So you see, the laws are there. People want to manipulate the system. You don't want to allow democracy that you ascribe to work. You don't allow what we call the all-inclusive, governance. But people also think that they played a role in the development and the growth of a party, so they will react. They will either react by silence, they will not mind you, then the voter party comes in, or they will also use violence to fight you.
Party
officer Nanka saying MPP. I was shocked. Say, well, that is how people react when they approach.
And also, no idea. I do baby I'm paying for that parties. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure. Baby, the AC, yeah. I'm yes, I did na. I'm the official letter. Abra Evans in Macon. APTC headquarters, no. The party national executive is silent. I'm once. Famina for Koto NDC paint, co-painting part of the John Bordo Casabo for the specific reference because any attention. Anyway, sir. Nadia or farmer acquiring so the party Mrea Juma. But the petition Abra headquarters will be out there told that's my own money, will be our own carry or far from Flower own carry. No. Now, more so we co-painting office and I know the account once them there. On also, you're not paying attention.
How much? Wait, no, vote how much? What has happened?
I'm going to investigation.
So you see, those are issues. The Americans say, "Oh, Akuoko Kwarteng." Let me say, allow good corporate governance practices to work in the party.
Okay.
Obia him say, me dom sa party where I have the opportunity to grow. Many Akuoko Kwarteng. And yes, sir, and Crawford now one dom party. They have no interest. Biao. Say, obe sorry anopa. Sa grassroots for no. One pesi nyama. A protective ballot. Emma war. And those things. Say, what dom keke? Just for the love of it. What dom no him say? I was say, only a womb. So when you read proper democratic or political, corporate governance, one of the provisions that what you say, a party should allow people to grow. A party should provide the basis for opportunities. That is both political, economic, and social benefits for those who join. You can only do that when you create an environment that would say, me domino, me ni dakro.
Okay.
There will not be an upper hand suppressing me. And no na eya edi nsemba no. Enti edu baby na ya tu emra papa na ye wono actually. My more critical example. I mean, I've been following this. I've been following this particular activities. Maybe follow for all the political parties.
Yeah.
Okay, most of the constituencies, some of them, I'm say, baby, I yet to abano krano. And you are yet to abano, like maybe police station. Na kebe yanka police station hono. One moment to our home. Executives are selected. They are question baby cool. Everybody saying.
Ebi okra ba say chairman need the form the call form.
Man, and Emma forms. Now one like when they move into like the other side of the divide, wow. Now if they not open up democracy, obia timidom, obia metron, when they are in power, then the thing changes.
Okay. Prof, thank you very much. You have 3 minutes to wrap up the show. Lawyer. What do you have a camera, but Obino Chaos, when you're about to see the enemy kakra. And when you're about to see the enemy found Satum kakra, Mamintio, on the MPP internal elections near the day. And 2 minutes been there.
The cost to me, the M1. Now, if you send a party, dear, you see a freedom, the Padonia, dear party.
Okay,
cool. No be so about my SDB. In fact, I started police station. Even time almost started, say, or more new membership drive near you know. Where you say be a Obama or MPB or prayer and also Nya or hiding to form the crown no more be. Obi a form na question there.
It's suppression of power. You sure when you sooner that you MP bit me edi.
Yes, near Bobuga.
Na se bia o future bi se bia o we bit me di position bia. Omo committee om say o yemfa kwan business akwa we kura no. Ye nyini frame ye sideline no. It's all going on there.
Yes.
And you want na onya MP abedi a. You sure say kwa me hwan no ma so onya MP obedi. Yemfa kwa bi sideline ni nyina part of
no I come abedu enne na President Kufuor can say Mr. Power can trick you know say still no MPP for me say omunyanya the import of it.
Okay,
e be sida na ko adom mako position 8 years masa be mu a musimo breaking the 8 no we dey breaking Kessben so go obi o how MPP die hard MPP supporter say when then uncle NDC, but then what will happen is a protest vote. Uncle Twaba. The MWN in no, a billion so in 2024. And also, now executives no more some positions can cry no more. See, I don't know. I escalated to the MP no, and it would be presidential candidate no more sponsoring into almost yes I will no. Almost be
okay.
We but it will take you to opposition.
Okay.
So, the back come say ya omo can some amendment o manya mo hwe grounds na o ya enye nti o manya no
am so mo dey ko sekoko ma ko ya be
ba say what happened to all cardbearing members being allowed to vote and elect people those places me am make as ma could do nko o ko je form on onya form ni bi o fill your dey o say position na ko na o say dey me pay we and the form ni e free on pay we o mo yin free take a picture of the form now.
And also, a few messages. 1 minute to wrap up the show. Now, Yadama say, John Boadu and executive have created a lot of problems in the party, and they have to do something about it. Okay, we and so dear day Abba and no. As good morning, Honorable. I'm enjoying the program watching live at Asankre. I'm very disappointed in MPP party. Is that how you run a political party? It's like a jungle. It's survival of the fittest. I don't know why NDC think they don't want people, representative in parliament to vote. Hey, now Yatuaba Joe say on quiet day. It's exactly 9 a.m. I had a brother me a kwaima and a page medie our Kessben television, Kessben 92.9 Wakra, Kessben 93.3 FM Kumase, more call YouTube, our Kessben TV, more call Facebook, our Kessben TV, and more call KessbenOnline.com. I share stories. No, how did you medie in AC? And a pay me Professor Kwaku Samauto, Oko University of Professional Studies, graduate studies on ADO. And some Okujato Chambers, lawyer Penimpa, Yawabokui, Wajidimpa, Mutatin and no, Yokumasana Mutatin and no Fonso, but an idea in live on studio. I was studio a lawyer Dominic Brenya Ochre, and an opay on Beboy. John Canina Pamfo Esum, na or more at the sports, Papa, Atwa Moso. That's a name Aduma, Yabesa Shebio, Amansan Ntie, so queer piece as Arbedia, Cotiva executive producer on a stage media, or ne Andy. And Raymond and Jeff ne team nyina Omada Roma and Omoboy. The mama nyina happy weekend. Nyamenko biaho yakrabo.
Kessben 92.9. The Piazzi.